Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to a new playthrough on the channel. Last week we built up our Space Empire in Space Empires 4X. This week we're going to revisit another familiar game on the channel as we play Star Wars Outer Rim along with the expansion Unfinished Business. Our goal in this game is to become the most famous pilot in the galaxy, and we can achieve that by taking on bounties, jobs, or cargo that reward fame. In the first playthrough we did of this on the channel, we played to 6 fame because I wasn't sure how everything would work on the recording. That's where I tend to play to on these recordings, and I'm going to keep with that tradition today. So in the official rules, Fantasy Flight suggests 8 for first-timers and 12 for a more epic experience. 10 is where the game normally ends, but like I said, I like 6 because I think that's plenty for an epic experience, and it'll also be a very competitive game. Anyway, let's work our way over to the board, and we'll stop off with today's AI opponent. Our Automa opponent today is Lando Calrissian. We'll zoom in on his card. In ground combat, he rolls 2 dice, and he's got 4. He can take 4 hits. We won't be worrying about his personal goal because he doesn't do that. I don't think we worry about his special ability either, but after you roll dice for any reason, you may re-roll one of your dice. We'll worry about this for his starting space and what he's delivering. He'll start on the Ring of Kafrini, and he's trying to bring luxury wares to Nal Hutta. So we'll load that on his G9 Rigger, which can move up to 6 spaces, has a combat strength of 2 dice, and can take 3 hits. So he will start, we said, right, the Ring of Kafrini. So I'll bring Lando's standee over to the board. Tip him that way so I can hopefully see him. We'll see how that works when we get over to the board. But now we need to go meet who I'm playing today. We're having a rematch today of the last time I played this game on the channel because I'm playing Dengar today. In ground combat, he rolls 3 dice and can also take 4 hits. When you win a combat, you suffer 2 fewer damage and your opponent suffers 1 additional damage, so that's either ground or ship combat. On a personal goal encounter, fight a combat against a player in your space who has 2 or more fame. If you win, gain 1 and flip this card. There's Dengar's mini right there. We need his card as well. He starts. He'll start on Takodana, and he's got a bounty to look for Dr. Evazan. On elimination, gain 5 rewards and 1 fame, or capture, deliver him to Mon Calamari to gain 10,000 credits and 1 fame. So we'll put him down there, and Dengar will move over to Takodana, which is not too far from Lando. Okay, I think we can tip it like that. Right, that should be everything over here. We see that each player started off with neutral reputation. We're also starting with the G9 Rigger. I'll be the first player, so I've got 4,000 credits. Lando will be our AI with 6. Lando will be working from a special deck. But I think with that we're all set, so we can move over and take our first look at the board. We can just barely get the board in shot. So we've got both. So Lando is starting over here at the Ring of Kafrini. Dengar is down here at Takodana. And we need to flip over these cards. So first on the expensive cards deck we find Custom Paint Shop for 10,000 credits. After you fight a ship combat, if you're not defeated, rotate this card. We'll go through what it actually does on the rotated side later. As for the job we find Snatch and Grab, destination another player's space. We've got a tip that someone is... Come on, focus. We've got a tip that someone is transporting some illegal cargo nearby, the shady Imperial agent says. We don't have the resources to track them down, but you might. Destination another player's space. Choose another player in your space and you resolve card number 60. Reward to take up to 3,000 credits from the chosen player and one of their cargo with the cost of 3,000 or less. If the chosen player has more fame than you, gain 1 fame. Then remove this card from the game. Mods deck we find. Special order for 2,000 credits. Choose gear or mod out loud. Reveal cards from the top of the mod deck until 2 cards have been of the chosen type are revealed. You may buy one of the revealed cards of the chosen type. Shuffle this card and the unpurchased cards back into the mod market deck. And for our bounties, we find Boshek for 3 with the strength of 3. Elimination, gain 6,000 credits and a fame. Capture reward, deliver him to Nalhutta to gain 8,000 credits and 2 fame. After you gain a reward, remove it from the game. Cargo, astromech droid parts that you can't buy on Ord Mantell for 1,000 credits. Destination, gain 5,000 credits and rotate this card instead of discarding it. I will look at the rotated parts of the card, but I'm not going to actually go through them unless we buy them. Then for the ship, we find on top Rogue class Porax 38 Starfighter for 5,000 credits. Gain this ship's sheet and remove this card from the game. One of each for cargo or mod, gear or mod, and job or bounty. Ship speed of 6. Combat strength of 4 and can take 4 hits. So one of the weaker ships from the looks of it. We've got our patrols out. The Imperial and Hutt Syndicate patrols are over here. The Rebel and... Actually, yeah, that's the Hutt. Rebels and the Syndicate are over on this side of the board. I think we're all set to get started. So we'll go ahead and drop down into Dengar and get into our first turn. So a turn takes place over 3 phases. First up, we have the planning step, where we can either move up to our ship's speed, gain 2,000 credits, or recover all damage, and we have to do that if we're defeated. So given that we're looking for a white bounty right now in Dr. Evazan, and there are no white contacts on our planet right now, but there's one up on the ring of Kafrini, I think we're going to move in that direction. So we'll go join Lando there. Then we have an option, then we have the action step where we can deliver cargoes and bounty, do a market action if we're on a planet, or trade cards with a player in your space. Right now I think we're going to cycle, right now we're going to try to buy something. I'm going to cycle the mod deck to do that, so I get to cycle up to twice. So on top we find an Electro Ripper staff for 5,000 credits. Gain +1 bounty. When you're resolving a bounty, you may gain an additional +1 ground combat strength. If you do, you can't eliminate the contact. I can't afford that, so I'll cycle it again. I will find Vibroax for 6,000 credits. Gain a ground strength. During ground combat, if you have strength, you may turn one of your eyeball results into a crit. Now, I do have strength, but I still can't afford that. I definitely want to, though. So I think we'll just pick up another bounty in Boshek. So we have to deliver him to Nalhutta. And then this will determine what patrol does what. Oh, yeah. Alright, so this says the Imperial Patrol is moving 4 spaces toward me, but I can reveal a contact on my planet. This is a bounty for Dr. Afra. She's an orange contact. Gain elimination, gain 7,000 credits and 2 fame. Capture, deliver her to Ryloth to gain 17,000 and 2 fame. After you gain a reward, lose an Imperial reputation and remove this card from the game. So first I'll move the Imperial Patrol 4 spaces toward me. 1, 2, 3. It'll get to me and stop. But I do get to reveal a contact on my planet, so I will reveal the white contact on the planet. I will find Ponda Baba. That's not who I'm looking for. Okay, so I can definitely move on from the planet. That's what the symbol means. That's what this symbol means. So if you have 1 to 3 players in the game, you get to reveal a contact on your planet. If all of them have been revealed, then you get to reveal from any planet. I think we'll have an encounter with the green contact on the planet. So let's see who we find here. We find Forlom. So we're going for token 2, or for card 2, which you are hiding in here. Okay, here we are. All right, so Forlom's card. Forlom. Logic glitches turned a protocol droid into a bounty hunter, eager for new opportunities. You may spend 3,000 credits to gain the crew below and discard Forlom's token. Reduce this by 1,000 credits for each bounty you have. Right now I have 2 bounties, so I would only have to pay 1,000 credits to gain Forlom as a crew. I think I'll do that, especially since I want to be doing bounty hunting. So that gives me... Come on. That gives me tactics and +1 combat. +1 ground combat dice. So now I'm rolling 4 dice in ground combat. That's it for Forlom. Now for Lando, I forgot to put a gold token on his gold planet. He's trying to get to Nal Hutta. Alright, we can adjust the camera up and we'll see that I put the gold token down on Nal Hutta. So now we go to the Automa deck to see what Lando's doing. He... AI player turned Dr. Afra. Hold on. I gotta do a little bit of... Okay, so Chewie, Maz Kanata, Hera Syndulla, Lando. I gotta get all the other signature player cards out of the deck. That was something that came out with the expansion, where each specific character now has their own bounty turn, has their own specialized turn. Whoops. And the reason I didn't have to encounter the ship patrol on Dengar's turn is because I'm not at negative reputation with the Imperials. But I'm not sure how long that will last. So now we have Lando's first turn. We find... Oh joy, it's the Lando turn. So during the planning step, do the first that applies. If defeated, recover all damage, move toward the nearest goal, gain 2,000 credits. So right now his nearest goal is Nal Hutta, and he can move up to 6 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He'll always want to stop on a planet if he can. In this case, it's Tatooine he wants to stop on. Then during the action step, he's not at his cargo destination, so he gets to roll a die. If the result is a crit, gain a fame. On a regular success, gain 3,000 credits. On an eyeball, gain 1 reputation with his planet's faction, if any. So now we need the dice tower in shot, and where am I going to put it down? Okay, this is all going to need to move. But I think we can put the dice tower right there. Okay. The die result might be a little bit hard to see, but I'll point it out. That is a regular success, so he gets 3,000 credits, going up to 8. Oh joy. Actually, he goes up to 9,000 credits. Alright. And then for his encounter step, he does the first that applies. If at negative reputation matching a patrol in this space encounter, he's not. If at a job destination completed, he's also not. Spend 8,000 credits to gain a fame. Delightful. So he's already on the board with 1 fame. And then we have special text on here. Discard the top card of the bounty and expensive stuff market decks. Then shuffle this card back into the AI deck. So we'll shuffle all of that. And then we'll gain. Then we'll flip over. Proton torpedoes for 15,000 credits. Gain +1 ship combat. When you win a combat against a patrol that has a fame reward, gain 1 additional fame. And then the bounty we're flipping over here is a job wanted. You see a familiar name on the bounty board. It seems that they have crossed the wrong people. Destination is a space containing another player that has at least 1 negative reputation. Encounter resolve combat against that player. If you win, claim this reward. Reward. If you won combat against a player who has more fame than you, gain 5,000 credits and 2 fame. Otherwise, gain 5,000 credits and 1, then discard this card. And then the AI player turn gets shuffled back into the AI deck. So we'll shuffle that right back in. This is a pretty crappy shuffle. All right, that will do it there. So now let's go into round 2, and we'll start off with Dengar. I should also mention that in case you hear the blinds start rattling around, I do have the window opening because it's actually a pretty nice day out, so I want to let a little bit of fresh air come in. So, what do I want to do with Dengar at this point? Can I get him down to Naboo? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I can get him down to Naboo. And either contact there would be good for him to try to reveal. So, I think we'll go ahead and move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to Naboo. Whoop! Pretend you didn't see that. So 6 down to Naboo. Hopefully it was far enough away that you guys didn't see what it was, but yeah, we'll try to pretend what was there. We don't know what was there. I wouldn't be going for the orange contact anyway in this situation. Tanel Hutta. So I think revealing the green contact might be the more useful of the two here, but I think I am also going to buy... Oh, that cargo is really far away, though. Yeah, we can probably go ahead and grab it for 1,000 credits. I'm looking at those astromech droid parts. So I'll put that on the cargo on the ship. And then we'll reveal new cargo we'll find. Back to supplies. Can't buy on Takodana. Ooh, we might actually end up heading back there. Then the Hutts are moving 3 spaces toward us. As a reward, gain 6,000 credits. Action, if you're not a droid, discard this card to recover all damage from your character. The Hutts are moving 3 spaces toward me. 1, 2, 3, so they'll get up to the Ring of Kafrini as well. Then we're actually going to have an encounter with the white contact token here, so we'll find Lobot. Card 18. There we are. So what is Lobot doing for us? Lobot's brain-enhancing device allows him direct contact with complex computer systems. Surely you can find a use for such skills. If you're Lando Calrissian and we're not, you may gain the crew below and discard Lobot's token. Otherwise, you may spend 2,000 credits to gain the crew below and discard Lobot's token. So as a crew, when you choose to gain credits during the planning phase, gain an additional 1,000 credits for each positive reputation you have. We are not Lando Calrissian, and I don't want to give up Forlom, so we're going to pass on that. Moving into Lando's turn, we go to another card from the AI deck we find. Okay, first that applies. He's moving toward his closest goal, which is now Hutta. Then he's at the cargo destination, so he will deliver his luxury wares to now Hutta, which will give him another 5,000 credits. So that will bring him up to 6,000 credits. And I believe that gets... We'll put that over in the stack. I'll have to sort those out later. Then he's going to buy a job and place a gold token on the space's destination. So we'll actually cycle, snatch, and grab. And we'll see what he finds here. Sail barge sabotage. We want it to look like an... Okay, he doesn't do anything with other players, so he'll find... Infiltrate the white worms. Okay, this one he can take. A Corellian criminal group known as the White Worms have stolen data from the wrong man. Now he's looking for someone to steal it back. Can't buy on the trailing core. Destination is there. He would be resolving... Well, he would just get the reward anyway, so we won't bother with the encounter. As a reward, lose 1 syndicate reputation and gain 5,000 credits and 2 fame. Then remove this card from the game. So that's a jobber bounty for Lando, and here we'll find Heart of the Empire. The syndicates are moving toward him. So the syndicates are moving 1, 2, 3. I'm moving them off shot. I'll try to, well, let me see if I can move the camera just slightly so you can see. The syndicates started here along with the rebels, but they moved 3 spaces toward Lando. So we'll go right back to Lando. Okay, and counter step. Oh, right, we get to reveal a contact token, so he'll reveal the white contact. He will reveal W1-LE, okay? Because that was on the... Actually, that should have moved 4 spaces toward him, so it should be up 1 more. Because we had that icon on there. And in counter step, doing the first thing that applies, he's only got 6,000 credits, so he can't buy another fame. The gold token goes back to the trailing core. Then he reveals the face down contact token of the lowest class on this planet, which is W1-LE, so we'll gain its crew for free if he can gain it. Let's find out if he can. There's card 20, come on, 22. Can he gain crew for W1-LE? He can. Alright, so that will become a crew for Lando. I'll put that there. Then that's it for Lando's turn. So now we're back into turn 3, and let's move back down to Dengar. On my planning step, I'm going to take 2,000 credits, but I'm only going to actually grab 1 of them because I'm going to spend 1,000 credits to buy the backup supplies and jettison the astromech droid parts. Mostly because they're closer, and I want to stay on Naboo for another turn to reveal that green contact anyway. So, our next cargo is a stolen prototype. 2,000 credits, can't buy on Cantonica. To deliver, roll a die. On a hit, deliver this. Otherwise, resolve card 1. Destination Cantonica. Gain 7,000 credits and 1 fame. Okay, I wanted to stay on Naboo because I wanted to reveal the green contact anyway, so here we'll find Leia Organa. Are you kidding me? Card 17. Alright, so let's see what Leia is doing. Leia Organa, if you have positive or neutral rebel reputation, you may discard Leia Organa's token and gain the job below. If you don't, you may spend 2,000 credits to gain 1 rebel reputation. Rebel Prison Break, destination the Imperial Patrol Space. Resolve card 47 as an encounter. If you have negative Imperial reputation, you may resolve this card instead of encountering the Imperial Patrol. As a reward, lose 1 Imperial reputation, gain 2 fame and 1 rebel reputation, then remove this card from the game. We are moving toward the Imperial Patrol anyway, so I think I don't have space for a job right now, so I won't take it right now, but I might later. But that's it for Dengar's turn. Lando comes back to the Automa deck he finds. Okay, he's still moving toward his closest goal, which right now is down here at the trailing core. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can't, I believe if he ends up short of the planet, I don't think he can move to it. I know if he passes a planet within, I believe it's 2 spaces he doubles back, but I think move their standee, always move to their nearest goal. There are multiple paths. Okay, would end their movement at a nav point, but either the 2 spaces they moved through before that nav point is a planet. So from Nalhutta, yep. Actually, can they... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think this is probably the shortest way they can move. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No, so he can actually move 3, 4, 5, 6 and end up on Ryloth. Okay. And he stopped on Ryloth because the last 2 spaces were both nav points, so he could stop on Ryloth. Right, he's not at a cargo destination. Cargo slots are full, so he'll buy that Vibro Axe that I wanted for 6,000 credits. That at least cleans him out of credits, though. That's rather unfortunate, but no help for it now. We find the targeting computer for 2,000 credits. Once per ship combat, you may reroll any number of your blank dice. And the Rebel Patrol is moving 2 spaces toward Lando to end up on Cantonica. Then for his encounter step, I don't think he does anything because he cleaned himself out of credits to get that Vibro Axe that I wanted. He doesn't have negative reputation, he's not at his job destination, and he doesn't have 8,000 credits to spend to gain a fame. So he got away with 1 there. But we're into turn 4 now, round 4 now. Oh, I wish that was going to me, but that's actually going to Lando. I put the Vibro Axe on Dengar, but it should be with Lando. So turn 4 now, and Dengar is probably heading back to Takodana, but let's see what he's doing. Dengar is indeed heading back to Takodana for 1, 2, 3. Try to be careful not to tip that over. He'll deliver the Bacta supplies to gain 6,000 credits. So that'll bring me up to 9,000 credits. Then I'm going to cycle the mod deck because I don't want the targeting computer right now because I'm not fighting ship combat. I still want ground combat stuff, so we'll find Plastoid armor for 8,000 credits. Gain +2 health, or gain +2 durability. During ground combat, if you have strength, your opponent rolls 1 fewer die. Limit 1 armor per character. That's actually tempting, but I think I would rather... I'm rolling 4 dice already. Cutting them down? That, like I said, that is actually very, very tempting. Yeah, I think we'll grab it. So for 8,000 credits, being able to have them roll 1 fewer die seems like it's going to be very useful. I still want to find a weapon, though. So here I'll find Armored Vest for 3,000 credits. The Imperials are moving 3 toward me. So they'll end up on Takodana as well. The armored vest is another two durability without the ground combat help on strength. So I'll have an encounter with the green contact token on the planet. I will encounter Greedo. I still cannot find Boshek. So that's card 12, and I imagine this is going to be another crew option, but let's find out. Okay. Greedo has been hired by Jabba the Hutt to hunt down those who have wronged him. If you have negative Hutt reputation, test stealth. If you fail, your character suffers 2 damage. We are at neutral Hutt reputation. If you have positive or neutral Hutt reputation, you may test influence. If you pass, gain the crew below and discard Greedo's token. If you would fail, you may spend 2,000 credits to pass this test instead. Crew, after you roll dice during ground combat, you may spend 1,000 credits to add a success. I'm not going to do any of that, so we definitely need to get moving now. Lando's next turn. Actually, we're only on round 3 right now. Actually, no, I take that back. We are on round 4 because we had to shuffle Lando's first card back in, so we find... Right, he's moving toward his nearest goal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but he'll stop on the Ring of Kafrini. He's still not at his cargo destination. Can he buy the mod? He cannot. Reveal the face-down token of the lowest class on the planet, so we are revealing the orange contact. So here we find Lando Calrissian. So basically that's kind of a dud contact, since that's himself. Then in counter step, he's not at negative reputation with the Hutts, so he doesn't encounter it. Normally you'd have to cycle the market deck, but since he doesn't have any credits anyway, I'm not going to bother with that. Actually, yeah, we will. Technically, like I said, you're supposed to cycle this. So next up, we find an experimental hyperdrive for 6,000 credits. At the start of your turn, you may rotate this card to gain +2 ship speed. So we're cycling a second time. We find maneuvering thrusters, gain +1 ship armor, I believe that is. Yes. For 5,000 credits. During ship combat, if you have tactics, your opponent rolls 1 fewer die, and we do thanks to Forlom. Lando does not. Alright, so we're back to the encounter step now that I've got that straight. No negative reputation with the Hutts. He's not at his job destination. He doesn't have the credits to gain fame. And gain 1 reputation with the nearest planet's faction, which is 1, 2. It's actually no reputation because he's on the Ring of Kafrini, but it's not a faction. So he doesn't gain any reputation from that. So that's it for Lando's turn 4. Turn 5 now, and we have not gotten lucky at all. So let's move over to Dengar's turn. Dengar has no reason now to stay on Takodana, so he's going to move. So he's going to move on his planning step. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 to get up to Ryloth. Then he's actually going to cycle the mod deck. I want to set up to try to buy a weapon in the next couple turns. So we'll cycle the maneuvering thrusters to find an MPL-57 grenade launcher, but it's for 8,000 credits. Gain +2 ground combat. So yeah, I'm going to try to buy that if I can in the next couple turns. But in order to do that, we need to make some credits desperately. So I think we're going to encounter the green contact token on this planet. I'm still looking for Boshek. And I find him. Cool. So I am going to encounter him as a bounty. I'm going to roll his dice first. He would roll 3 dice normally, except because I have the plastoid armor, he is only rolling 2 dice. So we'll bring the dice tower into shot. All right, so he gets 1 success. Remember, he's only rolling 2 dice because I have the plastoid armor. I get to roll 4 dice. And if I win the combat, I just negate that 1 damage. So the way this works is that face is worth 1. Where's the crit? That one's worth 2. The eyeball and the blank are essentially dead rolls. So I just need to roll at least 1 hit. I roll a lot more than 1 hit, and I was trying to get that out untouched. So I did roll 4 successes, which means I win the combat, and I think we're going to plan on delivering Boshek to Nal Hutta because we are not that far from Nal Hutta at all. So I'll put him on my card, and I captured him to deliver him as a bounty. So like I said, I am not far at all from Nal Hutta, so we can definitely get there on Dengar's next turn. Anyway, that is it for Dengar's turn. Lando is going back to the AI deck. He finds. All right, he's still moving toward his nearest goal, which right now is the trailing core, and I think he can get there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. And I did have strength, by the way, on the plastoid armor, so that's how I was able to roll. I was able to have him roll 1 fewer die. Okay. If he has a cargo destination, deliver it, which he is not. He actually doesn't get to complete the job, surprisingly enough. So he'll buy another job and place a goal on the... So buy another job and place a gold token on the destination. So he'll buy Heart of the Empire, which is taking him to the Spinward Core. So we'll put another gold token there. And then the card here. Come on. Honest Robbery. We won't go through the encounter until somebody picks it up. But we need to know that the rebels are moving forward toward Lando. 1, 2... probably 1, 2, 3, 4. And we get to reveal a contact on the planet, but since there are none, we'll reveal on any planet. So we'll reveal the white contact on Tatooine. So we'll reveal Dr. Evazan. So there's our other bounty as well. He's going to Mon Calamari if we want to deliver him, which we might not. I don't know yet. But let's see what else he's doing. No negative reputation. He doesn't have the credits to gain fame. So we'll gain 4,000 credits, then lose 1 reputation with the nearest patrols. Wait a minute. That was patrol, which last turn, he was at the Ring of Kafrini, so he would have lost a reputation with the Hutts. So now he gains 4,000 credits, and then he would lose another, actually, who's nearer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. I think they're equidistant, so now he'll lose a reputation with the Imperials as well, which could cause him problems in the future. That goes back to his discard pile. Moving into turn 5 now, I think we're about to get into a good situation. So, let's move into Dengar's turn. Okay, this is going to work out perfectly because Dengar is moving right to Nal Hutta. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's immediately going to deliver Boshek to pick up 8,000 credits, but more importantly, to fame. I'm not going to bother taking the 8,000 credits though because I'm grabbing the grenade launcher to give me an additional 2 ground combat strength. So we flip over a new card from this. We find the Syndicate's moving 3 spaces toward me. During ship combat, this is the Auto Blaster for 7,000 credits. During ship combat, turn up to 2 of your eyeball results to regular successes. If you have tactics, you may instead turn one of your one of your eyeball results to a crit, and we do have tactics thanks to Forlom. Right now, the syndicates are moving 3 toward me. 1, 2, 3. They're going to be where I'm heading toward Mon Calamari. Let's see, for an encounter, I will encounter... Let's encounter Tatooine. We haven't done planet encounter yet this game. Tatooine, here we go. Alright, so here we find... Tatooine's a secret. You gave her a nice tip at the cantina, and in return he gave you a tip of his own. Action, look at another player's secrets. You may take one of them, then discard this card. That's probably not that useful just because the AI doesn't really deal with secrets. So that's it for Dengar's turn. Let's see what Lando's doing on his turn. Alright, he's... Okay, planning step first that applies. He's already at his goal, so he's just gaining 2,000 credits, which is bringing him to 5. Alright, if he's at cargo destination, I don't think he has cargo. If job slots are full, he'll buy cargo, which he can buy the stolen prototype because he's not on Cantonica. So now he's trying to get to Cantonica. So fortunately for us, he's trying to get over to the other side of the board now, which is kind of welcome for us. Well, it's about to become very welcome in... I think by the time this turn's over, I'm not going to mind that too much, but we flip over a new cargo we find. Unrefined coaxium for 1,000 credits. You can't buy this on Mon Calamari. Reward, deliver, gain 5,000 credits, and rotate this card instead of discarding it. Okay, so the Hut Patrol is moving 3 spaces toward him. The question is, does it get to him? And I think the answer is no. 2, 3, but it is going to block his way, that's for sure. Okay. And place a gold token on... Okay, I placed the gold token already. So on counter step, if he's at negative patrol, matching a patrol, he's not. If he's at a job destination, complete it. So the first that applies. He's at the job destination for the trailing core. So he'll lose 1 syndicate reputation to gain 5,000 credits and 2 fame, which will bring him up to 3. And remember, my personal goal requires me... Remove this card from the game. Okay. My personal goal actually requires me to have an encounter, have a ground combat with a player with 2 or more fame, so that actually works very well for me. Speaking of which, we're into turn 6 now, and hopefully now we can start to get the game a little bit more under control. So despite the fact that I'm down 1 fame right now, I'm actually in a very good position, because I'm almost certainly going to be able to pick up Dr. Evazan from Tatooine this turn. And then Lando... Actually, this gold token should be gone. Lando is actually going to be working his way probably over to this side of the board, so I can start moving in this direction anyway, and when Lando starts getting close, I can intercept him to go for my personal goal. So let's get started with that plan. Dengar will move up to Tatooine. Are we going to do anything for the market? Yeah, we can go ahead and look at bounties, which is this deck. So we'll cycle that and we'll find Han Solo. Oh boy. Elimination reward, gain 11,000 credits and 2 fame. As a capture reward, deliver him to Tatooine and gain 20,000 credits, 2 fame, and a Hut reputation. After you gain this card, remove it from the game. Ooh, that's tempting, because right now I'm rolling 4... I would be 6 on 6 dice right now, rolling for that. So... I think... Like I said, that is tempting. Plus we've got 6 armor that we can roll. That is a tough bounty to get, though. YOLO, it's kind of thematic, actually. So I think Dengar was one of the bounty hunters in Empire Strikes Back that the Empire sent after Han. So bounty now. Garandon, which is moving the Imperial's force bases toward us, which is still not going to cause... Actually, that HUD patrol is going to stop Lando. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we are going to encounter Dr. Evazan. So thanks to having the plastoid armor and strength, he's going to be rolling a single solitary die. We can get the dice tower. There we go. So he's got 1 die on this. I may try to buy some more dice for this game. 1 success. So as long as we win the combat, we negate that hit. So we are rolling 3, 4, 6 dice. Yeah, I think, well, I shouldn't say I'm pretty sure we're going to get this, because I've seen plenty of situations where I'm rolling more dice than that and just totally whiff. Thankfully, this isn't one of those, though. It was dangerous, though. So the 1 hit gets negated, and we pick up Dr. Evazan. So I think we will plan on delivering him to Mon Calamari. It'll take me at least 2 turns to get there, but given that I'm going to have Lando getting stopped by the HUD patrol here in a minute, and his ship strength is not great. We're both still in our G9 riggers, but if I hit that home run and get Han, then I'm probably just in really good shape at that point. To the point where if Lando's getting stopped here, I may even spend a turn on Tatooine just to flip over that card, just to flip over that contact token and see what happens. But speaking of which, we're into Lando's turn now, so let's see what the AI is doing. Moving toward his nearest goal, which is way over here out in the middle of nowhere from him. So he's moving 1, 2, but he's getting stopped by the HUD patrol because he is at negative HUD reputation. We blow through the action step, and then he's got to fight the patrol because he's at the aforementioned negative reputation with the HUDs. So the HUD patrol is rolling 3 dice. Getting 1 success, so Lando's ship's going to take at least 1 damage. Let's see what Lando's rolling here. Yeah, Lando blows the HUD patrol sky high, which will give him 5,000 credits, but it'll also sick the level 2 HUD patrol on him, which has 5 dice and 1 fame reward. So what did I do with the... Oh, there it is. I got to give Lando his 5,000 credits, which will bring him up to 14,000 credits. That's not great, but we're into turn 7 now, and Dengar... We're going to take a little bit of a gamble with Dengar here. During his planning step, Dengar is going to gain 2,000 credits, but he's only going to keep 1 of those because he's going to buy the unrefined coaxium since he's going to Mon Calamari anyway. We might as well drop this on the way. Might as well drop this while we're going there. Then for the cargo deck he'll find... The HUDs are moving 4 spaces toward him. Food supplies for 1,000 credits. Can't buy this on Nal Hutta. Going to Nal Hutta. As a reward, gain 5,000 credits and a HUD reputation. This is actually working out very well for us because that moves the HUD patrol 1, 2, 3, 4. The thing is, that moves it right into Lando's path. So that's actually going to work very well for us. Then we are going to have an encounter with the orange contact token on the planet, so we'll find... It's Jyn Erso, card 32. Not who we were looking for, but hopefully something else, hopefully something good. Let's find out what Jyn is doing for us here. If you have positive... Okay, so Jin makes short work of the lone stormtrooper patrolling the city street. Someone with her skills would be quite a valuable asset. If you have positive Imperial or negative Rebel reputation, we are neutral with both, so that part doesn't apply. If you didn't test stealth, you may spend 6,000 credits to gain the crew below and discard Jin Urso's token. Once per turn during combat or a skill test, you may turn one of your eyeball results into a crit, and she gives influence and tactics. Now, I haven't really talked about the impact of skills on skill tests. So if a skill is... So take this skill test, for example. If we had stealth, which we don't, we would only need a... If we don't have this skill in question, we need that face for a success. If we have the skill once between our character card and all of our crew, we need that for a success. And if we have it twice, that's good enough for a success. So unfortunately, I don't have the credits to spend to gain Jin as a crew member, but at least now I know where she is. I may actually end up changing my mind on which cargo I want, but I do have options here, so I do need to keep an eye on that. Right. So anyway, that's it for Dengar's turn. Lando's next turn. He's still moving toward his nearest goal, which I think to... Question is he going to get there faster taking the bottom path? Well, either way he's going to have to stop, I think, because he's going to encounter... He's going to encounter a patrol either way. So we do have that we need to keep in mind. I wish I had more cargo space, but alas. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3. Like I said, he's going to get stopped either way. The only question is which patrol is going to stop him. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 2. He's actually trying to go to Cantonica right now because that's his closest goal. I apologize this is taking so long. I want to count this out. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. So it looks like the Imperial Patrol is going to stop Lando this time. From here, can he get to it? 1, 2... Oh yeah, he can get to the Imperial Patrol. So he's going to blow through everything else and have another ship combat with the Imperial Patrol this time. So the Imperial Patrol is rolling 3 dice. I forgot to give Lando his 1 hit on his ship. So the Imperial Patrol is rolling 3 dice. Lando should have only rolled 2 dice on the last patrol, but oh well. So the Imperial Patrol is 3 successes, which means Lando's ship is getting blown up either way. Probably. Well, yeah, it's getting blown up. To 2 successes, so he doesn't do enough damage to destroy the patrol, but the patrol does do enough damage to Lando to blow up his ship, which is actually great for us, because that'll slow him down quite a bit. So I'll put a token there just to remind me that his ship was destroyed. That's it for Lando's turn, so now we're into turn 8, and we've definitely got some time to play with now, so let's go ahead and move into Dengar's turn. With Lando now being stuck with the Imperial Patrol, that now gives me a free hand basically to try to look for Han. So I think I'll venture down to Nalhutta next to see what I can do about finding him there. Jobs and bounties are full up. Gear's full. I don't think I want any mods right now, so we'll blow through the action phase and we'll have an encounter with the orange token on here we'll find. It's Boba Fett. Oh joy. Card 25. Boba Fett. The bounty hunter shoots a whipcord out of his gauntlet and wraps it around his foe. With a tug of the cord, the quarry falls to the ground, wriggling in a futile attempt to escape. You hope this hunter is not looking for you. If you have positive or neutral HUD reputation, which were neutral, you may spend 6,000 credits to gain the crew below and discard Boba Fett's token. If you have negative HUD reputation, fight a ground combat against Boba Fett with combat strength of 5. If you win, discard Boba Fett's token. As an action, secretly look at one contact on your planet. Ooh. I wish we had the credits. We'll have to start saving up for that. I'm still hoping to hit a home run with Han at some point, but if we can get Boba Fett, we might be able to make finding Han a lot easier. Lando's turn. Probably going to consist of him just standing up and fighting the patrol again. If defeated, recover all damage, so his ship will recover all of its damage. So that's off. He doesn't do anything in the action step. And then he's got to fight the patrol again. So 3 dice for the aforementioned patrol. That's another 5 successes. So Lando's ship's getting blown up again. And I don't think he can roll. Just for giggles, we'll roll it. Yeah, he only rolled 1 success. So Lando's ship gets blown up once again, and that's another... That is very fortuitous for us here. If Lando's stuck with that Imperial patrol for a while, I definitely want to keep it stuck there if I can, but we also got special text on here, so we discard the top cards of the Bounty and Special Stuff deck. Then we shuffle this AI card back into the deck, so we're replacing Garandon. With a bounty for Harrison Dula. On an elimination reward, gain 6,000 credits and 2 fame. On capture, deliver Harrison Dula's token to Lothal for 15,000 credits, 2 fame, and an Imperial reputation. After you gain a reward, lose 1 rebel reputation and remove this card from the game. Then discarding this, we find... Dejaric Hollow Table for 10,000 credits. While you have 2 or more crew, you have 1 additional fame. Action, if you're at a nav point, roll a die for each crew you have. For each regular success or eyeball, gain 1,000 credits. Then this gets shuffled back into the deck, so 1, 2, 7... So we should be on turn 9 now with the lousy 4-card shuffle. There's only so much you can do when you're shuffling 4 cards, so we'll just call that shuffled. So now we're into turn 10, and we very much have a free hand right now to explore. So let's continue to see about finding Han. Dengar can move up to 1, 2, 3, 4. He can move over to what is that? That's Ryloth. Yep. Okay, I don't think there's anything here that he wants. Once he gets unstuck from the Imperial Patrol, we'll probably start heading in this general direction. So I think we'll have another encounter with the orange token, still looking for Han. Dr. Afra, card 28. Okay, I think we're probably going to start heading in the direction of Mon Calamari at this point. But let's see what happens here. Dr. Afra. The young archaeologist says she's looking to make some credits to fuel her next expedition, but given her ties to the Empire and her reputed penchant for betrayal, she may have an ulterior motive. If you have positive rebel or negative Imperial reputation, we're still neutral, so we won't worry about that. Otherwise, you may spend 4,000 credits to test tactics. If you pass, gain the crew below and discard Dr. Afra's token. Dr. Afra, once per turn. Once per turn, before you perform a skill test, you may gain a skill of your choice for that test, and she has knowledge and stealth, which we can't do anything with that, so that is gone. Lando's turn next. He finds... It's his special card, so he flips up, so he stands up, recovering all damage again. And that's all he can do during his planning step. Action step, he does all that applies. So he's not at a cargo destination. He rolls a die again. Depending on the result, he'll do different things. That's an eyeball, so he'll gain 1 reputation with his planet's faction, if any, but there's none. And then he's got to fight the patrol again. So 3 dice for the patrol. Which is another 1 die. He may flatten the Imperial patrol as well. 2 dice here. He gets 1 success, but he takes 1 damage back, so he does flatten the Imperial patrol, which brings him up to another, gives him another 5,000 credits, brings him up to 19,000. But it sticks the Imperial patrol on him. Okay, so that patrol is gone. The level 2 Imperial patrol is on the board now. And then we discard the expensive stuff and the bounty deck. And then we shuffle that card back in. So Hera is getting replaced. With Zeton Maj, elimination reward, gain 6,000 credits and 2 fame. Capture reward, deliver him to the Ring of Kafrini to gain 16,000 credits and 2 fame. After you gain a reward from this card, lose 1 syndicate reputation and remove this card from the game. Then off the top of the expensive stuff we find... An extravagant wardrobe for 15,000 credits. While you have 2 or 3 positive reputations, you have 1 additional fame. When you have 4 positive reputations, you have 2 additional fame. And that gets shuffled back into the deck. So another lousy 4-card shuffle. There's not, like I said, there's not a lot you can do with a 4-card shuffle. I think that's the best we can do now. So we're into turn 11, I think, now, and now I have to make a decision. Do I want to try to pin down Lando again, or do I want to just start heading for Mon Calamari? That is a decision, but we'll move into turn 11. Since Lando is still moving to this side of the board, I think we are just going to start moving toward Mon Calamari. I have a feeling Han's over on this side of the board somewhere anyway, so we'll just start moving in that direction. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to stop at a nav point, which means I won't be able to do anything with the market deck, but that's probably fine. So we'll just have a nav point encounter. Here we'll find... No patrol in the space. We're running behind in our delivery schedule, the transport captain says. Mind taking this cargo off my hands? You may fight a ship combat against a transport with ship strength of 4. If you win, gain 3,000 credits and a fame. If you win or don't fight, you may buy the top card of the cargo market deck, but I don't think I will. Because the cargo depended on me. I picked up the cargo because I was planning on going to Mon Calamari anyway. So we're not going to touch the cargo. So we're not going to touch that card. Speaking of cards, Lando's next turn. Moving toward his furthest goal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He'll get to Tatooine and stop. doing everything that applies. He's not at a cargo destination, but he will buy a new ship. For 5,000 credits, he'll get the Rogue Class Porax 3B 38 Starfighter, I think that is. So we'll see if I can find that in here. Where are you? Ah, here we are. Still a ship speed of 6, combat strength of 4, can take 4 hits. Yeah, it doesn't worry about ship goals. And it does come over fresh. So all the cargo and stuff stays put. But he does... My eyes are not deceiving me, apparently, so he looks like he loses his crew member, which is rather unfortunate for him, but no help for it at this point. So that one's gone, and the ship's gone as well. Alright, so he's not at a negative patrol space for once. Oh, we've got to flip a new ship over. This won't trigger patrol movement. The Firespray 31 patrol craft for 20,000 credits. Ship speed of 6, 5 combat strength, 6 hits. Cargo 1, cargo or mod 1, mod 1, crew 2. Alright, so coming back to that, he's not at his job destination. He gains another 4,000 credits. So we'll trade a 1 and get a 5 back. Then he'll lose 1 hut reputation, but he's already negative with the huts. So that will get discarded. Then we're into turn 12, and I think Dengar is going to make it to Mon Calamari. So let's get into his turn. We'll zoom in just slightly here. Dengar will make it 1, 2, 3. He would have to stop. He would have to stop because of the patrol, but he's stopping on Mon Calamari anyway. And he's going to be busy during his action step, so he's delivering Dr. Evazan to get 10,000 credits and a fame, so he's going up to 3, which means we're even Steven on the game. Then he'll deliver the unrefined coaxium to pick up another 5,000 credits. And then he'll rotate the unrefined coaxium, so now we want... Now I want to get it back to Takodana. As a reward, we gain 12,000 credits if we can get it back to Takodana, which is on the other side of the map. But now we're in a position where we might want to think about getting a ship. Unfortunately, as good as that Firespray 31 patrol craft is, I think that's a little rich for our blood, so we're going to cycle that. So we'll cycle that and we'll find... Modified YT-13 light freighter, 1300 light freighter. I'd love to get this. How ironic would that be if I managed to pick up Han's ship after defeating Han? Well, I think we're back on the Han Solo hunt at this point, so that can get removed from the game. Plus, we've still got Lando coming over this way anyway. And he's at negative reputation with the Syndicate, so we might be able to use that against him. So we'll have an encounter with the orange token on Mon Calamari. We will find... who in the... Enfys Nest, so card 29. So we're gambling a little bit on continuing the Han hunt with Lando coming our way. So let's see what Enfys gives us. Right, I'm not looking for wealth or glory, the masked figure says. I'm fighting a war, and I'm looking for allies. If you have positive Imperial or Syndicate reputation, we have neither. If you didn't test tactics, which we didn't, you may spend 6,000 credits to gain the crew below and discard Enfys Nest's token. During a skill test, you may reroll each of your eyeball results, and he gives influence and piloting, but I think I'll pass on that. So at least we know he's on Mon Calamari now. As for Lando, what is he doing? He's moving toward his closest goal, which I think will stop him which will stop him at the Syndicate Patrol, which actually make our life very easy. He's not at his cargo destination, and he can't buy cargo because his cargo bay is already full. He's at negative reputation with the Syndicate, so he's got to fight it. But he just upgraded his ship, so he's probably going to get through this combat as well. Okay, so the Syndicate Patrol gets 3 dice. And deals, let me see if I can get that out, flat 1 hit. And that ship can take up to 4, so Lando is probably winning this encounter. So you've got to roll more than 1 hit. Which he rolls 2, so he takes 1 back. He takes 1 back, but the Syndicate Patrol is destroyed, so he gets another 5,000 credits. Good grief. If he starts getting a lot of cards where he can buy fame, we might be in a lot of trouble. So that's gone. Level 2 Syndicate Patrol comes out. And then we had special, so we discard the bounty and the expensive stuff decks again. I'll do the shuffle on that first with a crappy 3-card shuffle. There should be 1 more card in here that doesn't shuffle the deck. Once we pull that, I'll shuffle everything back in. So discarding the bounty deck first, we find... Come on. So our new bounty is an information broker. Choose a planet that does not have all players on it, any players on it. Reveal all contact tokens on that planet. Then shuffle this card back in. That's actually tempting. And from the expensive stuff deck we find Sith Holocron. 15,000 credits. When you purchase this, the nearest player chooses a planet and places a credit token on it. Destination, planet with a credit token. Reward, gain 2 fame. Okay, so... And then we shuffled that back into the deck already. So now we're on turn 13, I think. And Dengar is going to try to take control of this game. So let's see what we can do with that. I'm leaving Dengar in shot because I'm leaving the dice tower in shot because I expect I know what his turn is going to look like. So we're going to gain 2,000 credits on Mon Calamari, but we're immediately going to spend it during the action step to gain the information broker. So I'm going to choose Lothal to reveal all contacts on. So the white contact is the Black Sun agent. Green is Honda Onaka, and the orange contact is Ahsoka Tano. All right, so we shuffle that back in. Then we'll see what we're revealing. So that was a gamble that kind of blew up in my face, but not too bad. So our new top card on the bounty deck is Chopper. As an elimination reward, gain 9,000 credits into fame. Capture, deliver him to the Spinward Core to gain 11,000 credits and 2 fame. And after you gain this card, yada yada yada. Hut Patrol is moving 3 toward us. 1, 2, 3, ending up on Ryloth. And we get to reveal a contact token on our planet. So I'll reveal the green contact. I will reveal Bib Fortuna. I think that involves moving contacts around, but we won't see about that right now. What we are going to do after I change my battery is we're going to fight a ground combat against Lando. My personal goal, looking at it here, once it focuses, Says I have to fight a combat against a player in my space who has 2 or more fame. If I win, I gain 1 fame and flip this card. So that gives me a reason to fight Lando. Lando would be rolling 3 dice, except because I have the plastoid armor with strength, I get to cancel out that die, so he's only rolling 2 against me. So let's see what Lando rolls first. Okay, Lando rolls 2 successes, which might be a problem, but I doubt it. Dengar is rolling how many dice? 1, 4, 6 dice. So we need to get 2 or more successes. And the way ties work in this game is the attacking player wins ties. So we need to roll 2, so like I said, we need 2 or more successes. Yeah, I think that worked out pretty well for us. So because we win the combat... from... Right, I suffer 2 fewer damage, so that damage gets negated, and he suffers 1 additional. So that will actually flatten Lando again, but this time it's his character getting flattened because he took 5 plus 2 additional damage plus 1 additional damage is a total of 6. So yeah, Lando's getting flattened completely. I'll put another reminder on him. Oop. Try not to send it flying. Dengar will gain 1 fame, and then he'll flip his personal goal card. So, Dengar keeps his special ability, and in an encounter, I can choose another player in my space who has at least 1 negative reputation. Fight a combat against the chosen player. If I win, I gain 5,000 credits, or if the chosen player has more fame than I do, gain a fame. Then the chosen player gains a reputation of their choice regardless of the winner. Now, I have more fame right now, so I won't get the additional fame from continuing to fight Lando. But I can always continue to pick him off if I need 5,000 more credits. Which might be tempting here, but with Lando being stuck, I might be able to take advantage of that. So let's see what happens here. This is Lando's turn. So if defeated, he recovers all damage, and he does. Okay, so he recovers all of the damage he took. All right, action step. He's not at his cargo destination, and his cargo slots are full, so he gets to buy a job. He'll take the... No, he won't take the honest robbery, because he can't resolve that. And we'll cycle hijacking a freighter. Okay, this one he can take. So hijacking a freighter for him. Destination, the Ring of Kafrini. So now he's out. So now he's heading back to the other side of the board, which we can very much keep an eye on that for him. But let's see what happens here. The HUD grumbles at you, and his protocol droid translates. My master is looking for a team to hijack a freighter. Can't buy it on the Ring of Kafrini. Obviously we didn't. Reward for him will be 5,000 credits, 2 fame, and a HUD reputation. Then remove this card from the game. So he'll get that. Right now we're in a position where if we find Han and get any reward from him, we just win the game. So, looking what we've got to replace it. Disable comms network, so 1 to 2 will reveal the yellow contact on the planet, so we will find Hera Syndulla, which we saw as a bounty earlier, but that got cycled. Okay, so that's all handled there. We placed the gold token back on the Ring of Kafrini. And he can spend... Okay, this is what I was afraid of. So the first that applies, not at a negative reputation, not at a job destination, 8,000 credits to gain a fame. So he will spend 8,000 credits. So 5, 8 to gain a fame, which will bring him up to 4. And now I think both of these are shuffled back in, yes. So I will go ahead and give the AI deck a shuffle here, just because I don't want to keep shuffling the same 2 cards. Well, now I've got a small problem because now I have to stop on the... I would have to stop on the Rebel Patrol, but actually Lando would too unless I blow it out of the sky, which is not a terrible idea, but... Alright, I'm just pulling the board out of the dice tower out of the way here so I can look at the board. We're into turn 14 now, and yeah, the Rebel Patrol is kind of a problem right now, but I'm not in a position to deal with it. So, let's get into Dengar's next turn. I'm going to have to gamble a little bit. Lando's going to get just as stopped by the Rebel Patrol as I will right now, but I'm going to take a bit of a chance here. Actually, no, I'm not. What I'm going to do instead is I'm actually going to get another 2,000 credits on the planning step. Then I'm going to try to buy, and I'm going to cycle the ship deck, see if I can buy a new ship. So we'll cycle the freighter away. I'll try to let the patrol do the work for us. So now we'll find YV-666 Light Freighter. Cargo 2, Cargo Armad 1, Crew 3, Ship Speed 7, Combat Strength 3, Ship Damage 5. That gives me more movement, and I'm doing a lot of my stuff on the ground, so I think I will grab that. So that'll be 15,000 credits. Our ship goal is want to recover at least 1 damage from this ship, spend 7,000 credits to gain a fame, and flip this card. Okay, so that wasn't quite the ship I wanted, but like I said, I've been doing most of my stuff on the ground. We can probably work with that. So, alright, that gets removed from the game, so we reveal the next ship from the top of the deck we find. Heavy Duty Lifter for 10,000 credits. Cargo 1, Cargo Armad 1, Crew 3. Ship Speed of 6, Combat Strength 3, can take 5 hits. Now I don't have the credits to spend to gain Enphys now that I could take additional crew. So I think I'll just fight... chosen player gains a reputation of their choice. Fighting Lando seems like a really dumb idea right now, even though I need the credits. Because if I fight Lando and he goes to positive rebel reputation, actually, does that hurt me too much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's able to get to Cantonica, which Cantonica would just... It wouldn't win the game for him. Maybe I do need to flatten him, though. Because if I flatten him again, that buys me time to try to get moving. It leaves him on a planet, but he's also in a position where he could just buy the last fame he needs. He could just buy at least one of the last 2 fame he needs. So maybe I do want to flatten him at least one more time. So... And then gamble that the Rebel Patrol will move toward him. So yeah, I think we will fight a ground combat against Lando. This isn't a great plan, but at this point it's the best I've got. So we'll roll Lando's 2 dice. For 3 hits. And then I'll roll my 6. Yeah, that looks like 4 hits, so I will take 1 back, but that'll knock Lando out. So I take 1 hit back. Lando gets knocked out. I did that as part of the encounter on Dengar's card. Alright, so that means I gain 5,000 credits because we're tied for fame right now. And then Lando will gain positive rebel reputation because he doesn't want to get stopped by the rebel patrol right now. So that's how we'll handle that. We'll bring the dice tower out of shot. And then we'll go into Lando's next turn. So, Lando recovers all damage, no surprise there. Which was kind of the point of the exercise in trying to slow him down a little bit. And I think all of his slots are full right now. He's not at his cargo destination. Okay, so that plan didn't really work for me. His encounter step, no negative patrol. He's not at a job, so he spends 8,000 credits to gain a fame. Which, if he's able to start gaining credits on the regular, we're in a very dangerous position there. So, yeah, that plan didn't quite work out as well as I would have liked. But no help for it at this point. So now we're into turn 15, and I need to see if I can salvage this mess. I think I do need to risk flattening Lando again, so I'm going to gain 2,000 credits. This is probably a bad idea, but we gotta go for it at this point. I'm going to cycle the bounty deck. Come on. So we'll cycle Chopper off, and we'll see who we draw. Garandon again. We saw him earlier. We'll cycle him off, and we'll flip over. Maz Kanata. Elimination reward, gaining 5,000 credits and 2 fame. As a capture, deliver her to Naboo to gain 15,000 credits and 2 fame. I think we will buy the food supplies, though. So we'll grab that. Now let's see if I can get a more dangerous patrol into Lando's way. So we'll flip over. Can't buy in the trailing course, a Corellia passenger. Gain 6,000 credits and you may move directly to the Spinward core. So we get to reveal a contact. Let's reveal the orange contact on Ord Mantell. So we will reveal Han Solo. We finally found him, but we might be too late. That was probably a dumb idea. Actually, no, that was the encounter that did that to us. Okay, so we are going to try to flatten Lando again. I want to see if I can buy myself some time to try to get down to Ord Mantell to encounter Han. So we'll start off with Lando's 2 dice. We definitely have the ship speed to get to Ord Mantell, but we need to get this Rebel Patrol out of the way. So Lando has 1 success, and we're rolling 6 dice against him. We need this to hit. Yeah, that'll work. So Dengar prevents the damage. Lando takes 1 additional. He gets knocked out again. He'll gain the reputation, but it was more important that I flattened him. I'm hoping he'll buy something that'll make and reveal something that'll make the Rebel Patrol move toward him. So he'll gain reputation with the syndicate, since that's on this side of the board as well. We gain another 5,000 credits, going up to 15. We'll bring the dice tower out of shot. Come on. Okay, so we can get that out of the way. Then we'll reveal the next card for Lando's turn, so we'll find recovering all damage. Alright. So that all comes off. Which thankfully he can't move. Right, he's not at a cargo destination, so he can't deliver it. Cargo slots are full, so he'll buy from this deck, he'll buy the Auto Blaster for 7,000 credits. This is actually very helpful. He'll buy the Auto Blaster, which he won't be using the reroll on that, so that will go to that deck. Now I need something to move the Rebel Patrol, hopefully out of my way. So we'll find... Oh, fantastic. So it's a crew for 4,000 credits, which will reveal a contact token. So we'll reveal the... We'll reveal the orange contact on Cantonica, so Lando will reveal... Bosk on Cantonica. Alright, then encounter step, nothing applies there for Lando because he's not negative reputation with anything, he's not at a job destination, and he can't spend the 8,000 credits to gain a fame. So we're on turn 16 now, and yeah, this definitely feels like we're stalling at this point, but let's move back to Dengar's turn. Unfortunately, I'm kind of stuck here, where if I let Lando go, he makes it to Cantonica and wins the game. So I kind of have to stay with him. So I'm going to gain 2,000 credits again. I'll trade these 3 in for a 5, go up to 17,000. Problem is, I can't move right now until I get that Rebel Patrol out of my way. So, actually, I do have a way I can win the game, but I need to find the right bounty here. So I'm going to cycle Maz Kanata off. We'll find Dr. Afra, who we saw back over on Tatooine. No, she's on Ryloth, but it's going to take me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to take me too long to get back to her. So we'll cycle Dr. Afra off. And we'll find Wanted. Ooh. This would do it, actually. So you see a familiar name on the bounty board. Their misfortune could literally be your fortune. Destination, space containing another player that has at least 1 negative reputation, and Lando still has 2. Resolve a combat against that player. If you win, claim this reward. If you won combat against a player who has more fame than you, and Lando does, gain 5,000 credits and 2 fame. Otherwise, gain 5,000 credits and 1. Then discard this card. I will be buying that, and we find Chewbacca as our next bounty, but he won't be relevant here. So, but what is relevant is that nothing's moving still. So, we are going to use the Wanted card to resolve an encounter against Lando. So we're fighting a combat, and again, we can choose either ship or ground. We're going to choose ground combat this time. We're going to choose ground combat again, just because it's been working wonders for us these last like 3 or 4 turns. So Lando's rolling 2 dice. Once again, it would be 3 because he has the Vibro Axe, but because I have the Plastoid Armor with Strength, he rolls 1 fewer die. Not additional, Phoenix. And he gets 1 success. So as long as I roll at least 1 success, which on 6 dice is not, as we've been seeing, 1 success on 6 dice is not a huge ask at all. So as long as I roll this, I gain 5,000 credits and 2 fame, which brings me up to 6 and wins me the game. Yeah, 3 to 1, that'll do it. So I win the combat. Lando suffers 1 additional damage. He'd get flattened again. But more importantly, I gain 5,000 credits and 2 fame, which is enough to bring me up to 6 fame. And I have won this, and Dengar has won this game of Outer Rim by a score of 6 to 5. So let's move back up top to wrap this video up. In hindsight, I probably should have made my move for Mon Calamari a little bit sooner, but it ended up all working out in the end. We finally did find Han over by Ord Mantell, but I couldn't get that Rebel patrol out of the way to be able to go in there. But we managed to pull it out in the end. So by a nail-biter score of 6 to 5, Dengar has won this game, and that will do it for this playthrough of Star Wars Outer Rim. Wednesday we're debuting Tiny Epic Galaxies on the channel, and next week we're continuing Space Month with the game of Gaia Project. As for Mystical Munchies, that will be coming up later today as we step into the Marvel Eat the Universe cookbook to cook up Deadpool's Chimichanguitas. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone.